Hello, my dear mechanical engineering students, mighty mechanicals. Hope you have written GATE 2021 exam extremely well. You may be aspiring to appear for Engineering Services Exam 2021. Now, I am going to discuss the strategy for ESE 2021, keeping in view the students who have either written GATE 2021 or preparing for Engineering Services Exam seriously for the last 6 to 7 months. Successful journey from GATE 2021 to ESE 2021. Now let us see the schedule of ESE 2021. The notification for the Engineering Services Exam 2021 as a whole will be released on 7th of April, coming April. Last date for receipt of application 27/4. Prelim exam will be on 18th July of this year. Then main exam will be on 10th of October. Now let us see the pattern of Engineering Services Exam. Of course, detailed description of the pattern is available in separate videos in our YouTube channels. I am going to be very brief here. So now preliminary exam will have 2 papers. The first paper 1 is General Studies and Engineering Aptitude. Of course, it will have 10 topics, 10 subjects within that. 2 hours duration, 200 marks, 100 questions, means 1 question, 2 marks. Right. Paper 2, it is your mechanical engineering, our mechanical engineering. 3 hours duration, 300 marks, 150 question. As usual, 1 question, 2 marks. So altogether, better 500 marks in the preliminary exam. Of course, paper 1 will be in the morning session, paper 2 will be in the evening session. Now, based on the marks you secure in 500, out of 500, you will be promoted to stage 2 mains exam. Sir, in what ratio? 1:6 to 1:8 means, suppose 1 vacancy is there, 6 to 8 students will be promoted to mains exam. Now let us see the pattern of mains exam. Conventional. Paper 1 mechanical engineering. Paper 2 also mechanical engineering. What, sir? In prelims also you have mechanical engineering? Okay, beta. Just for fun. Assume you have some 10 subjects in entire mechanical engineering. Assume some 5 subjects are taken in paper 1. Additional or remaining 5 subjects are taken in paper 2. Sir, what are those subjects? We are going to give in the description. You can download the syllabus of mechanical engineering paper 1 and paper 2. Fine. Now, these 2 together, paper 1 and paper 2 of mains conventional will be better 600 marks. Now, prelims plus mains 1100 marks. Sir, prelims only will be screening, na? No, it is not like civil services exam. In civil services exam, after prelims is over, it is treated as a screening. But in the case of engineering services, the prelim marks will be continued. So 500 plus 600, 1100 marks. Then from mains 2, you will be moving to 3rd stage personal interview. Sir, what is the criteria, sir? Now 1:2 approximately, 1:2 to 2.5 depends. So if 1 vacancy is there, 2 to 2.5 students may be promoted to stage 3 personal interview. Personal interview for 200 marks, altogether 1300 marks. Now, how many marks you secure out of 1300, that will decide your selection. This is a brief analysis of the engineering services pattern for mechanical engineering students. After detailed discussion with my friends, there are 4 broader areas to be covered in the coming 5 months. What 5 months, sir? From the GATE exam to date of prelims, approximately 5 months. Of course, from prelims to mains, there is about 2.5 months or say 11 weeks time. So in these 5 months, I am focusing only in these 5 months what to do. So in these 5 months, how to prepare for that, I have divided total areas to be focused as 4 broader areas. Let us see them. General studies and engineering aptitude. You have not studied in GATE exam most of these topics, of course, except mathematics and aptitude. Okay, we will discuss in detail. General studies and engineering aptitude. Second, common subjects in GATE and ESC. You have strength of material SOM in GATE, SOM in ESC also. Production, GATE, production, ESC. Basic thermodynamics in GATE, basic thermodynamics in ESC. So there are certain common subjects. So how to deal these common subjects in the coming 5 months, because already you have made some preparation. So you need not spend too much of time. So how much time you have to allocate? What shall be the reorientation of the preparation of these common subjects? Our subject experts will discuss in detail. Additional subjects compared to GATE. See, there are certain subjects like maintenance engineering, robotics, some advanced thermodynamics, power plant engineering, some advanced concepts are there. So, compared to GATE, there are some additional subjects. So, how to prepare those additional subjects in ESC mechanical? This also will be discussed by our subject experts. Practice of conventional questions. Actually, beta, this is for mains. Sir, why should I spend some time? So I am not going to suggest allot complete time for subject questions, but because between prelims and mains, very short period is there, approximately 2.5 months, you have to make little bit practice of conventional questions now in the coming 5 months. How to do? Our detailed discussion will be there again. So these are the 4 broader areas. Now coming to general studies and engineering aptitude, what is the preferred order of preparation for mechanical engineering students? Engineering mathematics and numerical analysis. Why, sir? Nana, you have already studied in GATE exam, na? Almost in GATE exam you have 15 marks weightage, 15 marks weightage is there, na? If you really see in the ESC previous papers, same weightage is there for engineering maths also. Total 100 questions in general studies, na? Generally 10 questions in every subject may appear, but there are variations. Sometimes in some of the subject 15 questions also appeared, in some subject 5 questions also appeared, but engineering maths may carry 10 questions, means 10% of the general studies paper. Second is engineering aptitude. You have already mastered in GATE exam, that is more than sufficient. The third is current issues. See, for the last 1 year, I can say, every day you may be seeing newspaper, seeing in TV, you have got now new education policy. So various current issues are there, which you are listening each and every day, you may be discussing each and every day. So current issues, according to me, is the third option, third preference. Reason, see, there are some more topics like energy and environment, ICT, etc. They may also have the influence of current issues. Therefore, my third order is current issues, Nana. Fourth, basics of project management. Beta, you have studied this industrial engineering or project management, IM&R in detail. So this is nothing but what you have studied in your B.Tech routine. Basics of material science and engineering. B.Tech first year, you have studied engineering mechanics. As a part of production engineering, you have studied material science also. Material science subject is there even in engineering services, a technical paper also, which is again given in general studies. Some concepts of strength of materials also will be covered. Therefore, naturally, my fifth preference is basics of material science and engineering. Now, the sixth one, general principles of design, drawing and safety. Mechanicals, Are Baba, without the concepts of drawing, we cannot exist. Even design philosophies, so part of machine design, strength of metals again will come here, and importance of safety. You have one subject named maintenance engineering included in engineering services, technical paper, maintenance engineering. Some concept of the safety are there in maintenance engineering. Therefore, my sixth preference is general principles of design, drawing and safety. Now, seventh, basics of energy and environment. I have given it a seventh option. Reason. In B.Tech, you have studied environmental studies. See, you might have taken it easy, but you may be having some knowledge of these environmental studies, and it has got very good weightage also, Nana. Sometimes 12 to 15 questions are also appearing. You have to pay some attention, at least the basics of this topic, if not everything. Now, standards and quality practices in production, construction, maintenance and services. I think this particular topic also contains some principles of mechanical engineering, but maximum weightage is not there for this subject in the ESE prelims. So this is also another very favorite topic for mechanical guys. Now, ethics and values in engineering profession. You have studied in your B.Tech, maybe as a elective or optional, this ethics subject, engineering ethics, ethics in profession. So, this is a static subject. Even if you have little bit common sense, with the common sense also, some of the questions in ethics you can answer very easily. Now, the 10th one, ICT, Information and Communication Technologies. In this, e-governance, e-courses, e-education, little bit of satellite communications, etc., and a little bit of networking concepts. So, this ICT, of course, I can say that almost a little bit new to the mechanical guy. I don't say for everybody, but for majority of the mechanical guys. Therefore, I have kept it as 10th one. And of course, it all depends upon individual preferences. If you have some passion, if you have taken this as an elective, see, some universities have offered this as elective. If you have already taken this as elective, yes, you can push it to the top order also. So in total, 10 subjects in general studies. What shall be the order for mechanical engineers? I have given my opinion. So of course, opinion may change from person to person. Fine. So now you may wonder, sir, whether I have to focus on all the 10 topics. How many marks if I get sufficient? This is a simple question, a big question. For the last 4 years, once the new pattern of engineering services is introduced, I have gone through the marks secured by various rankers in the general studies. According to me, 100 marks out of 200 is a good score, Nana. It's a good score. Sir, I may get 1, 2, okay. But on an average, we get 100 marks. See, I have seen some top single digit rankers getting around 80 marks only. You should perform much, much better in engineering. Sir, why not, sir? Why 100 marks I should contain or 120? Why should I contain? I may try for 200. Waste of time. Because general studies and engineering aptitude is limited only for beta prelims exam. It's not there in mains exam. Whereas mechanical engineering in prelims objective, that is as it is in the mains exam. So I don't say neglect general studies, but don't spend your time and energy such a manner that you should get 200 out of 200. Sir, what shall I do? Sir, I want to skip some of the topics. I don't recommend from this platform skip the topics, but mathematics, aptitude, material science, etc., project, etc., they are even at fingertips now, because these you have already studied, they are part of mechanical engineering. So what you do, wherever you are stronger, na, focus. And rest of the topics, na, if you don't find time, even I suggest don't go to in-depth concepts. Understand the basic principles of all the subjects, because 50% of the questions in general studies, why 50? Even 70% of the questions will appear in basics of subjects, because you are not supposed to master in these things, because it is a general study. The name itself says na, general studies and engineering aptitude, and engineer is supposed to know. So in order to get 100 marks, if you follow a strategy, so you can allot more time for engineering, because mains is completely engineering. So my dear students, in the general studies and engineering aptitude, be very, very strategic so that you can crack both the prelims and mains to enter into the third stage. So finally, dear students, you may have a doubt, sir, what is the syllabus for these general studies subjects? Honestly speaking, there is no defined syllabus given by UPSC. Based on previous 4 years papers of general studies and our expertise and experience of the faculty members, we have formulated certain tentative syllabus. We prepared exhaustive study material which is more than sufficient to crack minimum 100 marks. And apart from that, if you want to understand the type of questions, first go through the previous engineering service exam question, then you attempt our ACE test series general studies. Definitely you can understand the real pattern, and you can very easily score 100 out of 200 marks. I repeat, if you focus on mathematics, aptitude, material science, project management, etc., wherever you are stronger, and if you understand the basics of other subjects, it is damn easy to score 100 marks out of 200 in general studies paper 1 of prelims. Now, my other subject experts will discuss the other 3 areas, that is with respect to common subjects in GATE and ESE, additional subjects in ESE compared to GATE, and whether to prepare or how to prepare for conventional questions in the coming 5 months before prelims exam.
Hello everyone. If you want to do something in your life, you will always find a way to do it. And if you don't, then you will always find an excuse. The show must go on. There is only one thing which is permanent in a human life, which is change. GATE examination is over. Now the $1 million question is, what next? Should we sit back and relax? Absolutely not. Myself, Ravindra Thube, the faculty, ACE Engineering Academy. I completed my MTech from IIT Kharagpur, West Bengal, and secured All India rank 79 in GATE examination 2010. I feel privileged, pleasure, and honored to stand before you to discuss the plan of action for upcoming Engineering Services Examination 2021. So let's begin the proceeding. Welcome aboard. Before proceeding, I will like to introduce myself in a little bit of more detailed manner. This is Ravindra Thube. I secured All India rank 79 in a GATE examination 2010. After that, I completed my MTech from IIT Kharagpur in a discipline Manufacturing Science and Engineering. While pursuing my MTech, I published 2 international journal papers from a friction stir welding. I served as customer service engineer at HEG, Hindustan Electrographite, Bhopal. And I have more than 8 years of experience in the field of teaching in a mechanical engineering pan-India. When you talk about a engineering service examination, I just like to share certain instructions to the aspirants. I know that there are no secrets to the success. It totally depends on your preparation, hard work, and your learnings from the failures. But still, I just want to share a little bit of wise words for the engineering services aspirants. Now, I would say that when you prepare for engineering services examination, few key points you need to just keep in your mind. And if you implement that, I'm damn sure that you will be able to crack the examination, the name which is being called as Engineering Services Examination conducted by UPSC. The first is that effective time management. And we all know that time is God. Bite that bullet and prepare in such a way that whichever the time that you have in your hand, it should be get utilized in a most effective manner. If we talk about GATE examination, once it's completed, from that GATE examination till the examination of prelim, as far as ES is concerned, will get roughly 20 weeks or 5 months. So in that 5 months, you have to prepare in such a way that you should be able to appear prelim examination as well as some little bit of study you should do in concern with the mains examination also, because immediately after prelim examination, your mains examination is conducted and you will get only 11 weeks. So the time distribution is not proper because of this, the pandemic. But nevertheless, whatever the time you have to use that effectively. Because we all know that already you completed and gave GATE examination. And for that, I'm sure you worked really extra hard. You have given a lot of blood and sweat for that preparation. If we continue your preparation in a same manner with a little bit of modification, you will be able to crack engineering services. There is a basic difference between GATE and ES. What is it? In GATE examination, the calculator is allowed to you, but in engineering services examination, the calculator is not allowed to you. That means in engineering services examination, the questions are asked based on a fundamental knowledge related to subjects. That is what the biggest change is there as far as prelim GATE is concerned or prelim ES is concerned and the GATE examination is concerned. So you have to do a little bit of modification while you study. And simultaneously, I would say that concentrate on a revision. So whatever study that you did as far as GATE examination is concerned, already you did that. Now you just keep on revising those topics. You need not require to go through all the particular whatever the topics you already covered. You just need to understand that what are the modifications in engineering service are coming. There are certain different types of questions are coming. Calculator is not allowed. So you have to focus on fundamental things. You have to focus on solving a theoretical questions, because more and more theoretical fundamental questions being asked in engineering services. And in addition to that, whatever the syllabus is there for GATE examination, some extra topics are added in the engineering services. You have to focus on those areas subsequently. So first is effective time management, and the second I would say that the concentrate on revision and don't waste the valuable time on the unnecessary things. Don't waste valuable time. Now sort out the types of questions. Whichever the types of questions are being asked in GATE examination, they are different, and whichever the questions are going to get asked in engineering services, they are also different. Let's say that in engineering services, the fundamental, assertion and reason types of theoretical questions are coming. Whichever the numericals are going to get asked, it has to be solved without calculator. That means these questions could get only solved by putting the value into simple formulas. You need to understand that. So you have to just do the preparation according to the questions being asked in examination. So you sort out the types of questions being there in a engineering service examination, as simple as that. Now we will definitely make a separate videos and try to guide you what types of different questions would be there as far as engineering services and how these questions are different from GATE examination questions. It's very important. Now, while preparing the engineering services examination, as the time left over for mains examination after preliminary examination is very small, so when you start the ESE preparation right now, you should also look and have a one eye on the mains examination also, so that while preparation, practice some simple derivations and the numericals are very important, because engineering services mains examination is a subjective examination where theory questions being asked. You have to write down the answers of this question being asked in examination. So right now from the start, you should prepare in such a way that after the prelim examination, you need not require to bother about the mains examination. So little bit of derivations which are simple, which are definitely being asked in previous engineering services examination. You should concentrate and focus on those derivations and try to solve the numericals by yourself. Try to write down the steps, so it will help you in a mains examination. And I would definitely say that smart work or intelligent work is extremely important. For example, you just need to understand that if I take a production engineering, we know that, sir, production engineering syllabus is so vast and so huge. There are certain formulas and certain formulas are there. But do I require to go through all this a little bit of extra theory which is there in the subject? Absolutely not. You just need to go through a previous papers, need to understand that what is weightage given to that topic and what type of questions being asked. Related to that, you have to do a smart and intelligent work. And if you do the smart and intelligent work, I would definitely say that you will get a success, because most of the students feel that engineering services is a so tough examination and they try to do a study in that detailed manner, but which is not required as far as the different topics are concerned. And when we go and talk about the distribution of weightage given to different topics, and when you go through previous engineering services papers, you will understand that what types of questions being asked. And it's very important that when you prepare, it is extremely need to be get cautious that what kind of study I should do. I will always say that when you in a Rome, you behave like a Romans. So when you prepare for engineering services, prelim and the mains, you have to do a modification in your study. So the biggest modification is here that calculator is not allowed. So fundamental questions being asked. Complex formulas will be not required because that complex calculation cannot be done. And therefore, you just need to focus on fundamental. And moreover, now the important thing is that when you prepare for examination, should have no single negative bone in your body. You should believe in yourself. You should believe that I belong to the engineering services. You believe that I can definitely crack that examination. If there is even a single negative bone in your body, you're going to get nosedive into that particular examination. And the genius on the planet, the Sir Isaac Newton has said that very famously, genius is patience. You need to have a bit of patience on that department to get the success in an engineering service examination. Now let's understand which are the common subjects are there in engineering services from a GATE examination. Let's see that when we talk about engineering services examination, whether it's prelims or mains, whichever the syllabus and subjects are there in the mechanical GATE examination, these are as it is copy pasted here. Majority of the chunk of the syllabus is same. So if you want to name them, these are thermal engineering, heat transfer, fluid mechanics, engineering mechanics, strength of material, production engineering, material science, operation research. These all are the subjects which were there in GATE examination, and these subjects are also there in engineering services, and already you have prepared for that. If you want to discuss that, the total number of questions in the respective years in the prelim examination are as follows. These many number of questions from the respective particular subjects are also asked in a prelim engineering services examination. If you want to say that for thermal engineering in 2017, 45 number of questions and so on, these are being asked. If I want to show here, there is a little bit of trick is there, and from that there are a lot of takeaways are there for aspirants of engineering services. We all know that when we prepare for GATE examination, the biggest worry for student is production engineering. We all know that it consists of the huge weightage out of mechanical GATE paper, and it consists of a lot of questions. So if I want to freeze that statement, I would say that roughly 15 to 20 marks of questions being asked in a mechanical GATE examination from only production. But if you talk about in engineering services prelim examination, the production technology recently only asked 7 number of questions, only 7 questions asked in 2020, whereas in 2019 only 6 questions being asked, whereas syllabus is so huge. And if we talk about materials engineering materials, we all know that in GATE examination hardly 1 or 2 marks of question. But here in engineering services, you can see that, sir, 2020, 11 questions. 2019, 11 questions. 2018, 11 questions. Isn't it? Yes, absolutely true. The same thing is applicable to the heat transfer also. So therefore, you have to plan your study accordingly. That means a less importance should be given to production, but material science is small subject, yet a lot of questions are coming. You should prepare that in a thorough manner. This is, we are talking about prelims. In the same manner, if we go to the mains examination also, the same subjects are there, and these are respective total marks. These are respective total marks. These many marks of questions being asked in examination, including whatever the extra questions or questions are given, including that, this is the weightage in marks. Again, I want to highlight one thing. In the paper second, if you go to the production technology, recently you see that, sir, number of questions and marks being asked in production are reducing. So if you go to 2020, the how many? Only 52 marks of question being asked. If you go to 2019, 66 marks of question being asked, whereas material science is a small subject. Production is very lengthy. Yet on the materials engineering, a 52 marks of question being asked. In 2020, same is replicated in 2019. Same scenario is applicable to heat transfer. You can see that 52 marks of question being asked on 2020. So therefore, according to this weightage, I request you that you should prepare for engineering services prelim and mains examination. So I know that there is no fixed formula, but from the history, from the pages of history, you can take away something, and we know that history repeats itself. History repeats itself. Same thing is applicable to engineering services mains and prelim examination also. Now we'll come down to the main discussion of this particular video, that whichever the topics were there in a GATE examination, the same topics are there in the engineering services, but in addition to that, there are several topics are there. I will segregate that. There are few topics are there which is already there in GATE examination. Suppose subjects are production, there is a one subject. But in addition to that production or strength of material or design, there are some additional topics are there. And simultaneously, there are few new subjects are also there, which were not the part of GATE examination. For example, renewable energy, robotics and automation, and so on. Now, I will be talking about whichever the subjects were there in GATE examination, but in addition to that, there are several additional topics were there, or topics are there. And my colleague, Mr. Hajrat Wali sir, will speak and discuss about those extra subjects were there, or those extra subjects which are there in engineering services, but which were not the part of GATE examination. So let's understand the additional topics of a subjects which were there in a GATE examination. The first particular subject is a thermodynamics, very important subject. Now in thermodynamics, in addition to GATE examination, there are two topics are there: compressibility factor and gas mixtures. Very important, already question being asked. So as there are extra syllabuses added, which means that either in the mains or prelims, the questions are definitely going to get, and you know that you have to study separately for that, because those topics you haven't studied while studying in a GATE examination. Extremely important. Whereas a second topic is heat transfer. Most of the students are neglecting heat transfer in a GATE, but here it consists of very important weightage as far as mains is concerned, predominantly. And here there are number of topics, or topics is boiling and condensation. Important topic, theory question already being asked. You need to concentrate on that. And whereas now completely new, which is part of a thermal science or thermal engineering, which is IC engine. And in that IC engine, there are, because I feels that nobody has studied IC engine as far as GATE examination is concerned. It's completely new things. You have to get these things done before the examination. If you talk about IC engine, SI and CI engines, engine systems and components, it's very important topic again for theory mains. The performance characteristics and testing of IC engine, fuels is one more important topic. Then emissions and emission control. These are the extra topics which are there as far as IC engines are concerned. So you need to mark these topics, and you have to prepare that topic in addition to GATE syllabus. If you move on in the forward direction, then again there is one more topic is there, which is air conditioning, which is also part of the paper 1, and which is also being called as a part of thermal science, or you can call it as a separate subject also. But again, there are so many topics are there which are related to air conditioning, which you haven't studied, so you have to just spare some time to understand it. Compressors, condensers, evaporators and expansion devices, and other types of refrigeration systems. These are the parts of it. If you go to the comfort chart, comfort and industrial air conditioning. So these are all topics are there. These topics weren't there. So you have to study these topics as far as exams are concerned. And please note that definitely there would be a question on these particular topics. In the perspective of years, you have to study it. Now if you move on, there is one more topic, turbo machinery. And in turbo machinery, reciprocating and rotary pumps. Second, theory of jet propulsion, pulse jet and ram jet engines. This is the extra topic. Reciprocating and rotary compressors. So these are again belongs to the paper number 1. So this is what exactly extra syllabus. So if I go and talk about paper number 1, I will say that, my dear friends, the IC engines and air conditioning and turbo machinery is a extremely huge syllabus is there that you have to deal with. Don't forget deal with. Paper 1 is extremely important. Now if I come to the paper 2, engineering materials, I know that most of the students don't study that engineering materials in a well manner. But just now I have shown you that how much extremely importance is there as far as material science in ESE, mains or prelims is concerned. So in addition to your GATE examination, there are few extra topics are there. What are those? Nanometallic materials, extremely important. Question already being asked on that. Basics of nanomaterials. Then corrosion, prevention and control. It's very important. Please add those, and theory questions already being asked. Next is design of machine elements. Not much topics, but the flywheel, helical, spiral and worm gears. So these are what additional topics are there as far as thermal science are concerned. And I would say that now this is what exactly additional topics are there, which were not the part of your GATE examination, but these are there in an engineering services examination. Now I will say that, very important, the enthusiasm, passion and dedication towards your goal leads to the success. So I will say that wish you all the luck for ESE examination. Thank you all.
Hello everyone, myself Hazrat, faculty at ACE Engineering Academy. These are my few credentials. I secured 14th rank in GATE, 45th rank in ESE. After that, I pursued my MTech at IIT Bombay in Mission Design Specialization. After that, I joined in GE and I am having a pretty good teaching experience combined with my industrial experience helps me to teach the subject in a highly practical and simpler manner. Coming to the today's context, that is additional subjects in ESE. What does it mean? Which means that these are the subjects which are exclusively for ESE aspirants, not for the GATE. In this video, we will discuss what are the additional subjects they have added for ESE and what is corresponding weightage and what are the important areas you have to focus more. These things we will discuss in detail. Coming to the additional subjects they have added. First one, in paper 1, they have added renewable sources of energy. Okay, you know that what are the renewable sources? Solar energy, wind energy, these things guys, you have to study a little bit more here. Next, in paper 2, they have added maintenance engineering. And second one is mechatronics and robotics guys. Okay, this is a pretty new topic for mechanical. I guess approximately only 10% of the students they might have covered in your graduations. 90% of the students, it is a pretty new for them and they have to focus here. They're giving pretty good number of marks in this topic guys. Okay, now coming to the weightage. If we take a prelims perspective about the first one, renewable source of energy. If you observe guys, from 2017 to 2020, they are increasing the number of questions. Especially in 2020, they're given 11 out of 150 questions. You can observe how much importance they are giving for this topic, guys. Are you getting an answer? But the questions from renewable source of energy are very easy. You can answer very easily if you have a simple fundamental knowledge, guys. Are you understand or not, sir? Okay, next. Coming to mechatronics and robotics. This is the topic they have given highest weightage. Even this year I can expect approximately 15 questions from this topic this year. In renewable source of energy also, I can expect approximately guys 8 questions because the dynamics will be changed at each and every year guys. Don't just rely on the last 2 years. They may change this year also. This is my guess. And coming to the next one, maintenance engineering. If you observe guys, in 2017, they just given 1 question. In 2018, they haven't given not even 1 question guys. In 20, they given 11 questions. You can observe guys how they are increasing the importance of this newly added topics. Are you getting or not guys? Okay, and this year also I'm expecting approximately 6 questions from this topic. 6 questions means 12 marks. I can guess it guys approximately in this coming year. Okay, now we'll see the mains weightage. If you see the mains weightage, they are giving highest number of marks for the renewable sources of energy. Compared to remaining 2 topics, 2 subjects, they are giving highest priority for the renewable source of energy. Approximately guys, they are giving 5 to 6 questions. Whether it is a 20, whether it is a 12, whether it is a 15, approximately they are giving 5 to 6 questions from the renewable sources of energy. Okay, next, in mechatronics and robotics, approximately guys, they are giving around 4 to 5 questions. 4 to 5 questions, and you can see approximately they are getting, it is coming under 50, around 50 marks guys. This year also I'm expecting the same thing itself. You can expect 4 to 5 questions. Next, coming to maintenance engineering. This is the place where they are giving the less importance. Hardly 1 question guys. Hardly 1 question. whether it is a 20 marks or 10 marks or 12 marks, hardly one question there it is coming from the maintenance engineering. You can ask the question, sir, shall I ignore this topic? I just say no. Why? Because guys, even though they are giving one question in the conventional, if you see, they're given 11 questions from the prelims point of view. Are you getting or not, sir? So you should not ignore this topic also. From the prelims point of view, you have to study. From the mains point of view, guys, they just given one question, so that don't say that I can ignore this topic, guys. You have to focus more, because they may increase the number of questions this year. We don't know. We can't predict what is happening in the coming year, guys. This is our just guess. Are you getting or not, sir? Now we will see what are the important areas you have to focus. Coming to renewable sources of energy. Sir, I want to mention one thing here. That is, if you see the previous questions, they have touched each and every topic given in the exam, given in the syllabus, guys. Each and every topic they have touched, whether it is a prelims, whether it is a mains. So don't ignore not even single topic. But if you ask me, sir, I am having a very less amount of the time to prepare, and tell me few areas they're concentrating more, then I can suggest. That is, first one is, you have to focus more on the fuel cells, and you have to focus more on the wind energy, and you have to focus more on the solar energy, guys. These areas, they are focusing more. Are you getting or not, sir? And especially biomass and tidal energy, they're giving very less importance for compared to remaining topics, guys. In this manner, you can prepare your strategy. But if you ask me, you have to prepare each and everything, sir. Why? Because they have touched each and every topic given in the syllabus. Hope this is clear for you guys. Next, coming to mechatronics and robotics. It's very simple to answer. Only thing is, you have to put little more effort, guys. Little more effort. Then you can answer these questions very, very easily. If you ask me where they are focusing more, first thing I will say that SCARA robot. They're giving couple of questions from the SCARA robot, and robot classifications, and robot specifications, and about the microprocessors, and they are having pretty good questions from the Hall effect sensors. So please focus on these areas, guys. Okay. Next, coming to maintenance engineering. I told you already, they're hardly giving one question from the mains perspective, but they're giving around 10 questions from the prelims perspective, guys. So here also you should not ignore. But out of these many subtopics, where they are focusing more? They are focusing more on wear and debris analysis. And second one is, guys, reliability models and failure analysis. And these topics you should focus more compared to other topics, guys. Okay. But my sincere suggestion is, guys, first one, if your aim is to top the exam, or if your aim is to get the good rank, and second, if you have already given the exam once or twice, then don't skip not even single topic given in the exam. And second thing is, don't give chance to the examiner. Don't give chance to the examiner, actually, guys. You should prepare each and everything given in the syllabus. But if you have a paucity of time, if you have a less time, then focus on the areas where they are giving more number of questions, where they are stressing more number of questions. But my suggestion is, prepare each and everything mentioned in the syllabus, and don't give the chance to the examiner. That's why always I believe that choose to live by choice. Choose to live by choice, not by chance. Are you getting or not, sir? This is the one thing you have to remember in your life. Okay, guys. Hope this video is useful to you. I'm expecting you to be in the final list of UPSC. And all the best, guys. Good luck. Thank you.
I am back for the last part, that is, whether conventional questions are to be practiced before prelims exam or not. That's all. Anyway, our subject experts might have given their opinion. I will try to conclude what to do. So before prelims, we already discussed, hardly 5 months time is there. So keeping in view this a short period, what I suggest, you can focus on conventional questions of common subjects of GATE and ESE, because as far as concepts are concerned, objective approach is concerned, you have already become an expert. Only thing is, conventional part is left over. My suggestion is to consider or practice conventional questions of the common subjects of GATE and ESE before prelims. So common subjects, yes, this is my opinion. Now coming to additional subjects or new subjects totally compared to GATE as listed by our subject experts, I say better no. You will have around 10 to 11 weeks of time after prelims exam. You can practice conventional questions of these things, additional subjects after prelims. Again before prelims, suppose very lengthy conventional questions are there with respect to common subjects, you can slightly postpone them. So simple conventional questions, not very lengthy, simple derivations, you can practice before prelims. Now another important point is QCAB, question cum answer booklet. Sir, shall I practice conventional questions in this QCAB before prelims? I advise no, because it takes little bit more time. Question cum answer booklet means in the UPSC exam, engineering research exam, question will be given, some space will be defined, it may be half page or full page. You have to complete the answer within that space given. Suppose if something goes wrong, if you strike it off, you will not get another opportunity to correct, because in the same space you have to write. My suggestion, you can practice using QCAB format after prelims exam. Okay, so this is with respect to conventional questions. All the best.